from UK Family Vlog, and today for Netmums I am going to discuss a hot parent playground topic. As a mum of 4 children, 3 of my children who attended primary school have dealt with this problem, and I am not ashamed to admit it. That's right, I am going to discuss nits. Head lice and nits are a very common problem in young children between the ages of 4 to 11. They spread very quickly and very easily, and the itching can be very disruptive to children during their sleep or at school when they are trying to concentrate on work. Head lice can affect anyone, but most common in girls, and most often can be found at the start of the school year. Head lice are tiny grey-brown insects, and they grow to the size of a sesame seed, so they're quite small. Head lice cling to the hair and are usually found on the scalp where it's most warm. Nits are the empty white eggshells which are left when the lice hatch. A bit like dandruff, it's very sticky and very difficult to get out of hair. Now, during the process, head lice lay their eggs close to the scalp. After 7 to 10 days, the eggs hatch, and then after 10 to 14 days, new lice are fully matured and ready to start laying their eggs. They can be found anywhere along a strand of hair, and they are very difficult to remove. It takes more than just a quick look at your child's hair to spot head lice. Often they don't show up easily, and sometimes you can spot brown or white specks in your child's hair, or your child can be scratching at their head, especially behind the ears or at the base of the neck, and these are telltale signs that head lice could be about. With my children, I always comb their hair every single night without fail, and I do this for about 15 minutes. And I use a specially designed detection comb, which is a nit comb, and these can be bought from pharmacies or your local supermarket, and they don't cost that much, about £1, and it is a fine toothed plastic comb, and these can be used on dry or wet hair. And I find it easier to use on wet hair as it goes through the hair much simpler and easier. To help when looking for head lice, get your child to lean over a white sheet of paper. Both live lice and eggshells can drop out onto the paper, which is easier to detect head lice. Now, I would use a brush or a comb to detangle your child's hair first to make it a bit easier to brush, and then I'll switch to the nit comb. Combing the hair from roots to the ends of the hair is easier, and sectioning it off would make it a bit quicker and a bit easier for your child. After each stroke, examine the nit comb to see if there are any live lice on it, and quickly give it a rinse through with some warm water, or a little wipe with kitchen roll helps as well. Continue combing the hair section by section until you have done the whole head of hair. Now, this could take up to 15 minutes dependent on how thick or long your child's hair is. It's an effective way of removing head lice without using any chemicals to kill them. You'll need to comb your child's hair regularly though to ensure you get rid of any live lice or any unhatched eggs. The downside to wet combing is that it's very time consuming, especially if your child has long hair, curly, or they just don't want to sit there long enough for you to do it. It's reliable, doesn't always involve using harsh chemicals or expensive chemicals that may not be suitable for young children or pregnant women to use. You should only start at chemical treatments if you find a live louse on your child's head. If you only find nits, these may be the sign of a previous batch of lice. Make sure you treat every member of your family, including any adults who have been in contact with your child. Treatments which are effective are wet combing. This removes lice without using any chemicals. It involves wetting the hair and applying conditioner, and then combing with a fine tooth comb for at least 30 minutes every third or fourth day over a 2-week period. This will ensure you get rid of any live lice or nits. Also using products which are silicone based types that will kill any lice, such as full marks mousse, solution and spray. This can be left on your child's head for at least 10 minutes, or a head-rin lotion, which can be left overnight, which is a good product to use. And these are all available from any pharmacies, supermarkets, and you can even get them from your GP. But for any treatment to be effective, you must read and follow the manufacturer's instructions. Try to tie up your child's hair as much as possible, especially if it's long and thick. Herbal products such as tea tree oil diluted into water, or even baby oil, has been suggested, and even electronic combs. Head lice treatments shouldn't be used on a regular basis, as it can't always prevent your child from getting head lice. And it's also helpful to tell your child's school if you find any head lice on your child, or any fellow parents if your child's been in contact, just so that you can start treatment as early as possible and eliminate any head lice.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
Sophie, would you like to take part in a little quiz?
Yeah.
Right, this is about nits. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and it's all about myths about nits and head lice. Okay, so number 1, poor hygiene causes head lice.
No.
It doesn't, does it? Because no matter how clean you are, how clean or dirty your hair is, nits will always attract any type of hair. Number 2, pets can cause head lice to spread.
No.
They can't, because they don't transfer from pets. They only transfer from human head to head. Number 3, lice can jump from person to person.
No.
They can't. They don't jump, they don't hop, and they don't fly.
No.
They transfer from people's head, going up strands of hair. Number 4, do you think going swimming kills head lice?
No.
No, we have to use either wet combing or some special chemicals to get rid of head lice. And last one, the best way to get rid of head lice, do you think it's to shave your head?
No.
No, that's a daft answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't shave your head to get rid of nits.
Share a toy, share a slide, share the feelings deep inside. Never share a hat or comb, or lice could make your head their home. Thank you for watching. Please like, bye, and subscribe.